morning, YouTube family. Today's short and sweet practice is a wake-up practice. When we've first sort of started to awaken, you don't have to have your bed made. In fact, I'm expecting that your bed is not made at this stage. We're just starting to come to and feel our way into our morning, so even before our coffee. So if you're comfortable going there, you're going to come upright to a seated posture, and at that point you might want to grab one of your pillows and bring that underneath the buttocks there. You could always scoot a couple. Bring one leg in front of the other into an easy cross-leg shape, and then we're going to simply attempt to walk those hands forwards. So not overthinking how deep we can go. First thing in the morning is always the most creaky time for all of us, and you might like a little bit of a sway of those shoulders. Maybe you let the head hang. As you can imagine, it isn't first thing in the morning for myself as I film this, so my head is able to hang quite low, but this is usually where we start to feel a whole lot of sensation. So just going easy with the spine and maybe adding a few little wave-like motions. They may be a little sticky. Just working with what is available this morning. And then slowly starting to walk those hands up. If you've got the room behind you, you're going to bring the hands behind you. Don't worry too much about the position of the hands, but just seeing if you can start to open up through the throat, through the heart. If you feel like you've got the energy, you could even start to squeeze lightly through glutes and raise the hips up, perhaps open the throat. And then slowly settle hips back down. I'm going to attempt to rearrange the crisscross of the legs. This always feels super awkward for myself. Just going where you can. Don't worry if your shape looks nothing like mine. And then again, easing those hands forwards, going wherever it feels possible for you to go at this stage. Feeling into left side body, right side body. Maybe let the head hang or lull or oscillate. Might feel good to take an inhale through the nose and even sigh the breath away. And then slowly walk those hands up and in. We'll go for that stretch behind us again. So bringing the hands back behind you, just testing out through the heart space, rolling the shoulder blades back together. Little squeeze of glutes. I don't know if you heard that, but a few little clicks and cracks through my hips. It's not even first thing in the morning for me. If it feels comfortable, opening up through the throat. And then softening the hips back down. So we're going to scoot our way over towards one side of the bed and hang the legs off the edge. You don't have to have the feet touching the ground, maybe just the tippy toes are. I've sort of scooted myself quite far back. You could be further forwards. Just a little cat-cow seated. Roll through the spine here. Exhaling, rounding the spine, inhaling, opening up the heart, maybe taking the gaze up. And you can exaggerate that as much as you like there. The next time that I open up to cow pose, I'm actually going to open up through the elbows, through the arms, and just pause there. I also happen to have my face towards the window, allowing natural light to bathe me. You might even imagine that you have sunshine pouring in upon your face, upon your heart, even if that isn't there for you in this moment. One more breath. And then just let yourself melt. I'm going to do a little dangle forward, so I'm going to scoot a little further forwards. Either rest elbows on those knees, or even let yourself completely tumble forwards there. I've managed to reach the floor to hold me. This bed is actually quite high, so if you need to just pull back a little bit. If I wasn't touching the ground, I'd probably slip right off. And then rolling up through the vertebrae of the spine by pressing down into your feet if that's possible. And then you're going to continue to roll down. So try to do this really slow. I'm going to scoop my belly in, see if the sit bones can roll underneath here, and then slowly edge my way down. And as I lean back, scoot that right knee in towards your chest. Now, you can keep your head up for a couple of breaths if you want. I'm going to do a little wiggle out through the ankle. You might notice that both ankles go. That's fine too. And then allow the head to rest back. And just working with a little bit of compression through the front of that right thigh, into the hip flexor. Just a little extra movement. I'm wiggling around different directions here with the ankle. And then gather up the back of that thigh. We're going to try to use a little bit of momentum here. See if you can almost gently throw the right foot up and then push the leg down to lift you up. Take a pause so that you just feel yourself being upright. You don't want to do that too quickly. First thing in the morning. And then we're going to roll down and gather the left thigh in. So slowly start to concave in through the middle, round the back. Engage gently through the core. As we lean back, you will be gathering up that left leg. I'm going to keep the knee and the head tucked in to begin with. And then over time, start to let the head drop back. So working with a few little rotations through the left ankle, maybe a little wiggle out through the toes, letting the head drop back, settling in. We're gathering the left knee and thigh in towards the belly, the chest. You can continue those little wiggles, those sways through the left ankle. And then again, before we come back up, let's try to do this as gracefully as we can. Lifting the left foot and then push the left leg down. Slowly raise up. Take a pause. Palms facing down on the thighs. Maybe the eyes are open at this moment and you're just taking in the periphery, your surroundings, having an awareness of the space that you are in. Not worrying about what it looks like around you, whether there's bedding everywhere. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh the breath away. Thank you again for joining today's practice, and I hope that set you up for your day ahead in a light-hearted and joyful way.